We live.
Hello.
Welcome back to Embervale, everybody.
Yay!
It's been a while, so let's do a quick recap. Previously, meaning a couple weeks ago, our heroes went headlong into trouble with a new friend named Benny, who seemed to be truly in love with one Brethane Smokefirth. The group agreed to help the love-struck hobbit, and after checking out the competition, they headed to the party. Once there, Mina found a kindred spirit in the elf bartender. They traded customary pamphlets and a few outwords in Elvish, much to the confusion of her companions. Fee tried and failed to charm the Lady of the Hour before escaping and changing her appearance. Izzy then proceeded to convince everyone at the party she was possibly the new village bicycle by flirting with Tyron and then making out with Quinn. The show went on before being interrupted by Izzy's antics, Mina's levitate and dispel magic. Tyron was reduced to tears while Quinn gracefully stepped away. Then, with Fee, he took the stage with a boost or two. He proceeded to make a lovely loaf and speak from the heart. Unfortunately, disaster struck and the group was forced to fight a bread oven and weight golem thing. They bested the creature with time to spare, barely passing it off as a victory for Benny. There was much celebration as the two hobbits ended up together, kissed, and the party was whipped back into a frenzy. Upon returning to their room at the inn, Mina discovered the pamphlet from her new elf friend was one for the god Eravan. I know I skipped over a bunch, but some of it was just filler, and we don't need to bash certain party members more than already have happened.
We get it. I was using, in a lot of ways, people might say, I was using what the gods gave me. So, I'm fine.
That's right.
I didn't say anybody's name.
Yeah, you got it. I heard it. I heard you think those mean thoughts. Okay.
It was suggested. Anyway, so you guys kind of passed out after the party and the fight. Night passes without too much trouble. You guys have either gotten drunk or at least were just tired after the fight. So in the morning, you guys are all roused by a knock at the door. Or at least one of you is roused because somebody needs to get the door.
I sleep pretty light, just from like constantly needing to make sure my mom didn't find anything in my room. So I'm gonna probably get up and answer it.
And I'll say that I'm up.
Yeah, I probably would also be up.
Oh yeah, because you only need a trance technically.
Yeah, I pretty much just trance.
So yeah, you guys are all back to health. And spell slots and stuff.
We're level 4, right?
You guys haven't leveled up. Yeah, you're the same level you were.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He wasn't that hard of a bread of
I was just making
weight
sure.
golem thing.
I'm sometimes
And you don't
just
get
real
points
weird.
for flirting.
I mean, I flirted really good though.
Good.
I flirted my balls.
I do remember there was a certain drink involved that
with
made
only
her wisdom
one
go down
of
by
them.
10.
Only one of them
True.
out of 3.
Oh yeah, the other you just made cry.
Yeah, it's a
True.
successful night.
With her strength.
It went really good.
So
Someone answer the
Izzy,
door.
you answered the door. You answered the door. It's a young hobbit messenger who says he was sent from the boat mason, letting you know that the moon song is all fixed up.
Thanks. Hell yeah.
Thank you very much.
He gives you a bow and doffs his hat and then heads out. So yep, you really have nothing more to do in this town except maybe collect some money and head on your way out. Unless you do anything else in the town.
I can't think of anything that there would be to do still.
I want to see if we can pick up some, like, healing potions before we leave.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But, like, I've only got 18 gold, so I hope they're not too expensive. I don't know how much stuff costs. But
Well, our boat first, because remember the boat mason was gonna.
Oh, yeah.
You got any gold for the bounty?
yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Oh,
But before
yeah.
we, like, officially dip out, I do want to try and go
Oh, yeah.
shopping a little bit. But yeah. Okay, so boats
Still
first.
talk to Benny to see about the payment from that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So to the boatyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys head to the boatyard. The mason's there to greet you. And as you approach, you see that the moon song looks a little different. Just a little bit different. You approach and he greets you and he says, I got her all fixed up. And I used a new varnish on her and brightened up the sails a bit. So I think she'll sail a lot better. I will tell you, the reason for all this is the good chunk of the bounty on those bandits, and they've had people go up the river and check that they are gone. So it was 500 gold, but I took 150 for my work on the boat. And I repurposed the barbs that can be used for ramming.
Oh, very nice.
Oh. That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So you've been given 350 gold. And your boat has changed just a little bit.
Looks like the sails are like almost opalescent in a way.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of pretty.
Since this is Izzy's boat, I vote that she holds on to all the money, even though we've kind of decided that we're going to collectively use it.
Yeah.
I think she should hold on to it, since it's technically her boat.
Okay, so that leaves like 350 left.
I mean, is it not technically?
Yeah, it's he hands
other
over
man
350.
boats?
No,
We are just bottle boats?
She puts her. Izzy like is gonna tackle you. Close your mouth. No.
Halfling's gonna tackle.
Does it look anything like that other boat that looked similar to the same design as this boat? It's completely different now.
I guess it now look very different.
Yeah.
It is like have pink floors. They are nice. I like them.
It's our boat.
Yeah, I
Okay.
repainted
No, I
the
love
name
it.
a little bit. It looks like there was a name underneath. Did it have a different name at some point? So.
A while ago.
Yes,
Old
it had a
owner, very long time ago.
All right, well,
Good.
I'll make sure the name's registered with the docks.
Thank you.
So as you guys are looking over the new boat, and he's heading out, you do hear somebody call from the dock. Hey, wait up, guys, wait up, hold on. And you see Benny running down the dock towards you guys.
Oh, it is our good friend who now is to probably get married.
He is wearing what he was wearing last night, and he's kind of disheveled.
Oh.
And has like a really stupid grin on his face.
Did you have a good night, buddy?
But in his, a man does not kiss and tell. That would be quite improper.
Benny boy.
Yeah, anyway, he
very
then
happy
holds out
for
a
you.
bag. He then held out a bag of gold. And he says, "Well, this is well, her father was kind of drunk, but he honored the first two parts. We aren't really married yet, but if you guys keep in contact with me, I can definitely make sure to give you the other chunk of the one where if I get married, you know, I mean, she family has money, but you know, he's kind of like dancing around the subject. He is handing you, though, the whole bag for the wooing and the date, and technically the successful date was counted last night.
Ooh.
No, I think that
The
this
first
more
part of
than
the
covers
quote-unquote
the fee,
dowry.
don't you guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Don't worry
I
about
would
it.
give
Consider
more
it a
money.
wedding
Nah.
present. Considering
It is a wedding
a
gift.
wedding gift, we'll only take this.
Yes.
You mean the 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time
all right.
we come
Then
back
he hands
here,
over the
we have to
700
stay
for the
with
first two
you.
part.
So that's like 1,000 then. So
1,500 gold. That's what we got.
1,500.
1,050.
Yeah.
Yes.
50. So it'd be.
I looked at it with 50.
We do
But I
math.
said the wrong thing. No, I was literally looking at the exact number and I just said it wrong because my brain's not working.
No, yeah.
So
I know.
I had
Good
358 in my original, or 368 in my original thing, including the 350 we got from the
Okay,
bounty.
like-
So then plus the 700 would come to 1,068, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Can we maybe? I think it may be good idea to give each us a little more money, just in case we are not together.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
And we need the money.
So let's
Maybe
see.
I don't know, like 200, maybe. I
So-
don't know.
We have 1,050 to split up. So times 0.10. So 100 gold each for like our own personal use, you think?
I don't know.
That would be 10% of the total for
That'd
each.
be fine with me.
10% each. So 100, 100, well, like 10-ish. It's a little shy of 10, but it makes it an easier number to keep track of.
Right, easier to split evenly.
So maybe we can give a good thing we think is when we shop for things in these stores, we all be together each shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case. It's good idea? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So each of
Sounds
us.
good.
So Easy will hold on to a majority of it, but then Mina and I will each take 100 just to have as like in case we split up money.
Yes.
So I'll go from 38 to 138. Cool.
Now I have 114. don't even-
Benny looks
I
between
can
you
also
guys,
always make
he
my
says,
own.
Well, I mean, you're always welcome to spend it here. We have some shops, but I will tell you that it's within the day the floating bazaar will be down the river a bit. It's about halfway between Logwell and Hearthwood, and they have like a whole mix of different shops and vendors and stuff like that. So there's that option if you wanted to use your money there.
It may be
Floating
better.
bazaar. That sounds like fun.
Indeed. I think too.
But anyway, I have to, he starts walking backwards, and I gotta go and
Yeah!
Thank you.
Enjoy some
Thank you,
brunch,
friend.
and she winks.
We'll be in
It's
touch.
like bright red. He goes, "Oh, well, thank you guys again. If you're ever in town, look me up. I might be living somewhere new, but yeah." And then he turns and like scampers off.
It's a good
Aw,
lad.
you're so sweet.
Yeah,
So
good lad.
sweet.
Good man.
All right, well, shopping trip?
Did you want to look around here at all, or did you want to just go to the bazaar?
Oh, is there stuff on the docks? I thought it was only at the bazaar.
The
Well, I
floating
mean-
bazaar is further down the river. A lot more than this town is. This town just has a basic general store and, like a blacksmith that that Mina went to.
Oh yeah.
But there's not like anything of big note.
Forgot that happened.
Go to the bazaar, maybe then. That's where I'm kind of leaning.
I'm leaning there too.
Oh, I do
They'll
want to
have at
check
least a
on.
lot more to see.
I do want to check on JD. I know that he's been kind of like cooped up.
JD's pouting because he had to miss.
Oh, poor puppy.
Good.
He's huffing. Oh, somebody roll me a d4 really quick. Izzy, you have, Harold has laid 3 eggs.
Wonderful. It is good chicken.
JD makes a move to, like, take one of the eggs.
Actually, do you mind? It'd be good for his coat. Yeah, like egg yolks, good for dogs' coats. Put an egg on their food.
It's true.
They say if you give a dog an egg, he'll be careful.
Wait, what happened? You give away my eggs?
No, I'm asking. Can JD have one of your eggs?
Why? To eat it?
No, they're actually quite gentle with eggs usually.
What he want to do with it?
JD takes one egg and begins to roll it around.
Z wanted a friend. It's making a little friend.
You need to check on Marshmallow.
What a weird dog. Fine, you can have this egg. Just take food from our mouths, why don't you?
Well, in all the stories, it says that they just are kind to them. Well,
he's gonna get on the boat and go down to like where they would normally stay and check on her snake.
Okay. He's down there. He is. They're curled up, staying warm, I guess.
Can I tell from a mouse that he is caught or something?
No, there is no bumps in his stomach currently. He is svelte as ever.
Perhaps I should get you a mouse.
It's cute.
He looks at you. He's a snake. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick him
Does
up
he do
and wrap
that
him around
tongue
my
thing?
neck. He kind of hangs out.
He around your neck, but he also does this thing that he does a lot where he'll like wrap around your hair kind of like a ponytail. Like a scaled like part of your hair, like a braid, like one of the
Cool.
as if he like belongs there, so it looks like you kind of have like a white scaled streak in your hair.
Can I check in?
Yeah.
Mice on the board, like on the ship?
Give me a perception.
I certainly hope there isn't. We just got this back.
In the open, you know.
There's already
Mice will get places.
You see that the Mason takes pride in his dock, and so he's made sure that there's no mice aboard, but there are some, like you can see scampering on the dock once in a while. JD jumps off to chase one.
Get it, JD.
Hey,
Marshmallow
he manages to grab one and brings it back.
Good. We'll set Marshmallow down and let Marshmallow eat.
Marshmallow devours the mouse. It's quite grotesque.
It's actually not that gross looking.
He just watches.
No, I know. I owned a snake.
Oh, yeah.
I took care of that snake. It was a good
He's
snake.
such a sweet snake.
Snake is snake.
Okay.
Oh,
So, Marshmallow has been taken care of.
Great.
you now bring down Marshmallow's body,
Good Marshmallow.
as is tradition.
That's its tradition.
Cool.
Okay.
So you guys,
All the animals are tended to.
yeah. JD then proceeds to chase Harold, and you guys are all set to go if you don't want to stay around the Logwell anymore. It seems like people are back to normal. No parties today, so the town's kind of quieted down. Though the rumors, or the new talk of the town is now
The wedding or the couple.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the couple.
Well,
Yeah, I
to
bet they're
adventure.
talking about him. And beyond.
Our next adventure.
Izzy takes the mast and heads off.
What?
I guess we're gonna take the mast and go.
All right. Also, as you are pushing away from the dock and catching the current, you do see a ship pull into the docks behind you, or not like behind you, but like you're already heading out, but in. That is flying the Royal Guard's colors.
Oh shit! I got out just in time.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah. But you do head on your way. Get on. So you guys have left Logwell, the safety of Logwell. You do notice the river has now gotten a little bit bigger and is kind of starting to flow a little bit faster. It's just kind of the part of the land where this is flowing even more downstream, so it's heading towards where it empties out, which is the Hearthwood Lake. And that is where you will find the We're still a little bit further away. And as it's carrying you along, I need somebody to give me a 2d4s.
I'll do it.
Oh, I did way too many, so maybe go with what she did. I don't know how to read.
Yeah, not the 4d4s.
Yeah.
Nope, just 2.
That's so
All right,
funny.
5. All right, cool. Then we have 5. Where's my pen? There you are.
Do we know kind of how long it would take, like, if we were to go straight to, like, how long it would take us to get from where we are to
Hearthwood?
Heartwood? I
Yeah.
can't keep track of it.
Consulting the maps, you'd guess if you probably 3 days.
Okay.
So okay, cool. Then I need a d20 from.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Never mind.
sorry.
No,
Just-
it's okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna start waiting and see if one of you calls it first. Radical new idea. Patience.
Small rapid. It's starting to ramp up. I need. So Izzy, you're at the helm. I need. What did I do this as? What did I?
That's a
Can't
great
remember
question.
what I put this under all of a
I
sudden.
can't remember either.
Dex.
Yeah, let's just do. Oh yeah, it was Dex because yours was more in Dex. So Dex safe.
24.
Yep,
Wow.
that'll take you on. I need another d20.
Go for it. Don't let me stop us.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Go,
It's gonna
Mina,
be
go!
bad.
Yeah.
9.
Remember, you're always fighting
All
me.
right, Izzy, I need another Dex save.
Oh,
No!
Even though these rapids are small, you're kind of getting used to this new pull in the river. So you do take a little bit of damage, but these are small rapids.
Cool.
Too much.
I went from such a
I
good
think
roll to such a shit roll. Like,
And the ship takes 2 damage.
oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
No, that's fine.
Cool.
I mean,
need
oh
another D20.
no! 2 damage.
Whatever
You
shall
see
we
some of
do?
this new veneer. This new veneer gets a little bit damaged that he just placed on
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
sad.
this redwood look.
Who's rolling the 20? Is it me? Somebody else?
Kylie.
4.
All right. I need Izzy.
20.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. You continue to navigate your way through. Another d20, please.
Now it's
Easy.
15.
All right, Izzy. I need a dex save.
Nat 20! It's a crit, baby!
You manage to easily slide your way through these slowly ramping up rapids. I need one more d20.
No.
Mina?
God, please. Nat 1. It's calm.
In this case, yes.
Only time you want a nat
That doesn't
one.
mean anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In this case, the river just. You guys
Nice.
are going through. This kind of takes over for your day. Are you guys doing anything while you are navigating through? The day's gone by. The day is going by.
Aren't we? We're still stopping at the
Cleaning him.
bazaar, right?
You're not close yet. This is just the journey.
Okay. I've kind of just been like getting used to the new feel of the ship and like kind of enjoying how the fresh lacquer feels on my hands.
Okay.
Same. Since Fee's not much, I don't know, do at Izzy's request, but other than that, she's usually sitting and playing her.
What instrument do you play again?
I play the lyre.
Okay. Like a liar.
Like a lyre.
Mina, are you doing anything during the day?
I'm petting Harold and I'm cleaning coat is her coat.
Oh,
Like
he has
he has
feathers.
Shush, it's with a cat brush. But Harold is fine with it. Because I don't know. Mina doesn't know how to take care like this, so she just takes out a comb.
So why
and
does Mina have a cat brush to begin with?
That's what she uses on her hair.
You see, Harold is he's gotten better at not getting seasick, but he is looking a little peckish, pun intended.
Oh my god!
So he wanders towards the potted plants what would have been potted plants. That is like the remnants of the magic seed, and is like trying to peck
Harold?
at what?
No. Peck these.
He's gonna quickly gather it up.
Yeah, I pick him up. Like, no, this is bad chicken. I was give you bath with this brush, and you do this. You try ruin these little pot
You see
seeds.
feathers.
He's flying everywhere.
Like struggling. Yeah, he's struggling. She. I keep saying he. It's like it lays eggs. It's she.
We've fallen into our own trap.
Yes. I swore on my back. And then I just like
oh yeah, I forgot
the
chicken Bjorn.
I don't know, I just take a nap face first on the deck, just doing that.
You get
if
sunburned.
If anyone need me, you just tell me. Yeah, really. Oh god.
Okay. Then the day passes. But as the sun go in a downward trajectory, can't say that word. And you see the sky start to darken. You do see that in this part of the river, especially, it seems like are more and more prevalent. You see like little forks, or branches coming off the river in different ways. So like the big Embervale, which is the main river, is what you're on, but you're starting to see these little branches that do have signs next to them that could lead to like smaller like that. But you do see one that is lit by a red lantern. That is, and the sign is not like a permanent sign. It kind of looks like some canvas that's been painted on. It is says the Floating Bazaar. And it does lead you to, and it does point towards a certain tributary boat, as well as like 1.5 others. It is smaller than the river, but it still looks plenty big to allow bigger boats through. I'm guessing you head that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say I'm not driving the boat, so sure.
Yeah, me neither. I'm literally on my front right now.
Yeah.
You've been sleeping the entire day?
Yeah, she's just been face planted into the boat.
Do you know something?
Yeah, you now have sunburnt legs.
Yeah, something we should consider. Well, like, is getting maybe some lounge chairs to put on the deck.
Some Adirondack chairs.
Some Adirondacks for your fucking ship.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yes.
All work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
Alrighty, so your ship rounds the bend. You do see some trees on either side of the bank, but what catches your eyes are lines of lanterns and bunting and people and just kind of a whole really nice place to be. And you see boats, long boats, short boats, kind of just all over the place, and lights and people. These floating stalls basically are floating food carts or are all within reach as you have come upon the Floating Bazaar. They also use the bank. You also see some wagons on the bank. You kind of guess that at different stops, people will use the road that's beside the Embervale to visit this bazaar when they can. And you see a lot of different things. There are shops available, and there is a mix of people available. There's signs and ribbons directing people to specific places. Tents, wagons, people of all races, hobbits, elves, dwarves, humans, tieflings, dragonborn, all of them. You also can hear music, people talking. It's a nice place, even though the day is starting to wind down. You seem to think like maybe nighttime is a really good place to be here, because there's a lot of people and a lot of options available. So yeah, as you approach, there is some places to like pull in your boat, or you can pull up alongside different boats and kind of barter and talk. And it looks like everything can be either done on the river or land. You have some options.
All right, ladies. Before we get this party started on a Saturday night, I do want to just like take a second to remember, right, that where there's money, there's also guards. So we need to.
Why is the rogue telling them this?
We need to be careful, right? So, like, if you're gonna do something sneaky, don't get caught.
I feel like she's talking to herself.
Yeah.
You guys are just invited to my own little pep talk for myself.
Fee's looking at her.
You do see there are no royal guards here, but you do see that every vendor, or just about every vendor, kind of looks like they might have a gruff or like larger guy or
goddamn
girl
lackey.
nearby. Or family member or something like that. Just in case, because there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
So you do get the sense that they kind of do watch out for their own. But that means their justice is not going to be the nicest if you are caught doing something you're not supposed to.
Is this a hand shop market?
So, yeah. Steal and find out.
How about no?
I'm not gonna steal. I was just curious.
Fuck around and find out.
Listen, I know that there are some stereotypes about my kind of people, right? Now, I'm not gonna play into all of them, but I will fall into some.
To the drow and the changeling.
Yeah. Everyone's like, you're just short and good for laughs, but I've got feelings too, man.
She's just having this conversation with herself.
Yeah, she's just like pacing back and forth on the deck of the boat, and Mina and I are just
JD is watching.
I'm on the top part, like where the wheel is.
Quarterdeck.
Yeah. The top
you're
part
up on
where the wheel is. Yeah, and I'm just
giving
like
a chat
going
to
back.
everyone.
Let us not forget the last time. Well, we didn't really take. Honestly, Big John got ahead of himself. I wasn't gonna actually take it, and he was going. And this entire, like, in and out of different conversations. Oh, are we ready to go?
So you are
He's just looking up at her like, are you okay?
Yeah.
I think what she is trying to tell us is that we can just take things and not worry about pay for them.
No.
That is what I got from this conversation.
That is very much the opposite of what she's
it's not.
saying.
I was trying to say, like, they're gonna have, like, their own, they're gonna have their own people.
John?
Don't steal.
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked, I'm sorry.
So Big John is there. I don't know who this is, but he is there, and that is why we cannot steal.
This is kind of
funny
because unrelated to character things, but like in my like goodbye, like farewell speech to my team teachers, I told them also sorry that I'm more like scatterbrained than a pack of feral cats.
That's amazing.
It's very much.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
No. I'm gonna steal that from you, bro.
So, do you suggest that we just, in order to make sure that no one gets in trouble, that we stick together?
Oh yeah, no. Also because like we're doing party gold, so
yes,
we want to make sure that if anybody needs like an extra copper or two, they're not having to like shout across the market. That's not professional.
So that would be bad.
What do we want as a party? What do we want to look for?
I want personally me. I would like us to have some healing potions.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's something that always ends up, like... I end up taking bigger hits than I should, is the issue. And then... I feel like if we could maybe get a good deal on one, like getting a magic weapon for each of us if we could, just so that if we
I
run...
can make mine magical, so
Yeah.
I don't need one.
I don't have magic powers.
We just need one for you.
Yeah, because I'm just good for
So
thieving.
as you guys are looking around, I guess you're kind of doing like a precursor float by.
Yeah.
We call this sail by shopping instead of window shopping.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so you kind of are making your way around, dodging that there are flowers, veggies, meats, adventuring materials, books, weapons, armor, potions, and elixirs, instruments, some magical items, a leatherwork shop, jewels, and near the end, you see Tyrion on his own little boat.
It is Izzy's true love.
And he is just selling game items. But as you float by, he looks up and he waves at you like enthusiastically. And
I kind of do like over. that one hand like salute. I'm gonna like that one hand salute where you're like two fingers and you're like, hey, but I'm not gonna just go over there because he's beckoning us over. Like we'll get there eventually. I'm not a dog.
He waves, but then he holds up 3 little bags to kind of show that he's got something for you.
Oh, present. Steer the boat. You guys don't mind if we make like a tiny little stop, do you?
Good.
Well,
it is fine. You can.
I didn't think you'd disagree.
Your husband.
Terry's
You're
like,
playing right into his hand.
It's not my husband.
Soon to be.
Tyrion, he kind of like helps you kind of get close, and then he doesn't try to get on or anything like that. His boat is much smaller. You do see it's got like a little what's the word? I can't think. Like a little living area, kind of like on top of it.
It's like a tiny little houseboat.
Yeah, kind of. And he holds out 3 little bags for you guys.
I didn't think you'd give pretty ladies presents.
Is it
well, I gotta thank you guys for helping me out at the bar. Most people would kind of like leave me on the floor or, toss me out or anything like that. And the bartender told me when I woke up that you were helpful and got me into a safer position. So I thought I'd give you some things before we parted again, and didn't know I'd see you here. So here you go. And
aren't you sweet?
A little.
Oh,
not usually. You. So.
So with the right people, anybody can be nice. I'm gonna open up my pouch.
All right. And this had to do with the numbers you guys gave me. Mina,
no.
you.
Is this just a bag of bees?
No.
Bees.
Mina, you have in your little pouch. You have bone dice. Which are all white, starkly white, and then and seem to be whittled by knife, and then the 1 is a skull. Fee, you have a...
I'll have you write it to me.
Oh, I don't have it written down, so... Well, I mean, I do, but not really. But Mina, you have bone dice that are bone white dice with... The 1 is carved in as a skull.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. Fee, you have a small orb filled with water and a little clockwork goldfish inside. And Izzy, you have an empty glass vial that, when uncorked, smells vaguely of perfume.
Did you give me... Is this... Oh... You know what? Thank you. It's the thought that counts, right?
Tyrion smiles and he's missing like a tooth.
Was that always missing?
Thank you very much.
I'm just noticing it myself.
You're welcome. Enjoy
it.
the bazaar. It's quite the place, and there are many things to see and do. If you stick around at night, there's usually kind of like a nice little show. Different people do different things, or they have food passed out, or there's a lot of drinking. I will probably be doing more drinking.
All right.
You get the feeling he's already been doing the drinking.
Well, cheers. See you later.
Yeah, that was the trinket list. The numbers you gave me was from the 5e random trinket list.
Guys, I think he just gave me trash.
He turns around. He gave me a bowl of water with a toy for a child.
It's an orb. It's completely enclosed. And
Either
it's a
way.
clockwork goldfish. He's not alive.
It does. That's better
It's a
than
toy.
this is an empty. This is a used perfume bottle. You know what?
I know when I looked up yours, I was like, oh my god.
and I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. I don't know. Maybe it's just my standards being really high for living in the city, but if there was any chemistry there, that missing a tooth is just too big of a draw for me. So I'm gonna have
And if
to.
I remember correctly, he wasn't missing it the last time we saw him.
Yes,
So that's
He
a
wasn't-
recent
he wasn't
issue.
missing it.
very curious. Yeah, I think that I'm going to save my romantics
So does
for.
this mean that the next
Peter.
time we run into him, we can just pretend we don't know him?
This love
Will you
story
stop
is
gambling
over.
with him?
I mean, probably not. But
He
I won't
does actually-
be.
he
I
does
won't
have,
trust
like, a
him as
little
much.
Shop. Like, he does have a little shop. He is selling, like, little game and gambling items.
I don't need any of that.
Oh, you can sell the gift he gave you back to him.
As
Or
what?
something.
I'm just going to
Well,
keep it for now.
it is worth
Like,
things.
put it in a pocket or something. Forget about it. You never know when I might need an empty vial. So, does this
True.
vial have like a lid at least? Oh, it's when
Yeah, it's got a
open.
cork.
So yeah. So, could just keep it for later.
The
But
only one who has something functional, while mine is very pretty, is the dice. That
I
she,
don't know
Jamila
what
got.
these do. They are made of bone, and I licked it, but I don't know what they do.
they're like you can use them for like playing games and stuff.
And
And
I'm
I
going to tell you
cast
right
it
now, for a
spell.
second, with your accent, I thought you said I lick that, as opposed to I
Oh.
like that. Because you can
No, I
lick
do not
bone.
want. I do not want to lick them. I don't know where they have been.
They've
It's
been in
very
his
true.
pocket. That's where they've been.
Ugh.
I don't know what else has been in pockets, so I don't know about it.
very fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
put them
well,
back in the bag.
so
That's funny.
on the list, I think we should try to get like 6 healing potions if we can. So like 2 for each of us.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
And then
Hmm.
a magic
Yeah, there is
sword
a
or
potions and elixirs boat
kind of.
with an older-looking dwarf woman who has a bunch of glowing bottles around her.
So there
Let's
Let's
first.
go
And
there
she
first,
Target acquired.
and then we can
She
see
seems
what's
to be
left.
very popular.
I bet.
Is there a line? Do I have to get a ticket?
That's what concerns me, is that the popularity is going to make the prices go up and up and up.
If it will take too long, I can walk to the front. I don't care.
No,
And I
well,
will say, help me now.
no. We can wait. We'll see what it's like first before we decide if we need to play like.
Can't just skip the line, me.
Unless we need to figure out how to. We'll wait now, but if we need to figure out how to skip the line, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
You hear
What? You cut out
and
for
she
me.
motions you guys over.
We
That
hurry
was
over.
fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want? I got healing potions. I've got
Yes.
acid. I've got some alchemist
Acid?
stuff.
Oh.
I've got some
Acid.
poisons. I've got. What do you want? What do you got? I've got alchemist
I-
supplies.
I-
I've got an herbalism kit. I've
I-
got. What do you want? Come on.
I think.
Come
I think I'm very intimidated. I think. I think that we were interested in some healing potions, please.
Okay. What kind? What do you want? What kind do you want?
What do you have?
Healing.
What kind? I thought they were just like.
The kind that heal you. Do you want strong ones? Do you want healing, greater healing,
Well, I guess
spirit
it
healing,
depends
supreme
on
healing?
how much they cost.
Of course, that's all you worry about is the cost. You never worry about if it's gonna heal you. Now, if you want really strong ones, you gotta pay up.
Well, no, I get that, but we also are on a budget, so.
Are you saying that the weak ones do not heal you?
All right, listen here. I got a regular healing for 50 gold.
Actually,
I got
how
greater
much?
healing for 100 gold.
Oh, jeez.
What do you want? Superior healing for 500 and supreme healing for 1350.
I think we best make do with just the regular healing, because that's a lot for the other stuff.
Because honestly,
Those are the
as long as it
basic
can
prices.
keep us...
5e, thank you very much.
Yeah. As long as we can just use them to keep
Potions of
going.
healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
We would just need something to kind of keep us going.
I got one.
So we
Yes,
could either
will
do
take the normal.
6 of the little ones or 3 of the big ones. The greater healing.
I would do 6 of the little ones.
I think
Same.
so too. Like it spreads out more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Could we get 6 of the just regular potions of healing, please?
What else?
Oh dear, that was all I really needed. That will
We
be all.
want the poison.
Did we want
Oh,
anything
my
else?
God.
She
Of
reaches
course you
over and
did.
she
Of course you freaking did.
she grabs 6 of the a greenish potions, and she's like, but they're not breaking, so she's
Oh my.
she throws them in like a woven bag. It's like, here you go. And she
Thank you.
100 gold.
Mm.
Next. She,
It was just
motions
100
you
gold for
away.
all of them, or
300.
No, 300.
300 for all? I was about to say
300,
that's
yeah.
a
You said
fucking
6, right?
deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So minus.
Those are the normal prices.
No, I know. It's just every time. I know that that's how much they are, but every time buying them always makes my stomach hurt. Okay. Which is wild because I do not have this kind of apprehension when it comes to real money. I'm like, throw it in the bag every time. But then when it's gold, party gold, I'm like, I'm too young to die. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You move away from the potions and elixirs, I'm guessing. And there's other places.
Why does it keep doing that?
I'd say, do you want to go look for a magical weapon, Easy?
Yeah, that next on the list. Yeah.
Okay. So, to
Yeah, you do see
the
there is
armory?
somebody who has. Yeah, you do see that there is a kind of there's a floating boat that kind of has metal panels on the sides, and there seems to be a traveling forge on the shore,
Cool.
and a table with different kinds of weapons available, and there's a human blacksmith working away on something. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm leaning towards. I do good work with the rapier, especially now that I move kind of faster. So I'm thinking maybe a rapier.
Okay.
I'd say, what things do you have proficiency in?
So I have proficiency in simple weapons, a hand crossbow, long sword, rapier, short sword.
Okay.
And I'm leaning towards rapier since I've been tend to be doing these closer attacks to take advantage of the fancy footwork and rakish audacity abilities that I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Oh, I also put the we've passed out the 2 healing potions to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
Okay,
add
so
those to
everybody's
mine.
got 2 healing potions.
I won't it let me.
I
Yeah,
always
you
forget
look
to
out.
put it in the right way. Whatever. That's fine.
Enough healing. 2. Okay. My inventory is updated.
I'm getting so annoyed because it won't let me drag my... It just keeps popping my player sheet out, so I can't do drag and drops. Which is driving me crazy. Like, I've refreshed this game so many times, and it's not letting me. It's just, like, refusing to just pop it in the game.
Interesting. So yeah, so we go to the blacksmith, like, what do they have on display?
They have a few different weapons, kind of a pick of just about everything. There's like a mace and a whip, and a long sword, a quarterstaff, javelin, sling. There's a kind of a pick of just about everything. Of course, the only thing you won't find is a gun. The gun control laws in Embervale are very tight.
Good for them.
They don't sell them at open air markets without a background check. Anyway.
And a 90-day waiting
period. So there's
period.
kind of a pick. Yeah, 90 days. We will let you know by crow if you've been approved.
We'll let you know by snail. Literal snail mail.
Yeah, you do see there are a few different swords available, and one is a rapier. It looks to be a basic rapier. So that one would be 25 gold. You see prices placed on it. But you do see a sign nearby that says, "Ask me about enchantments."
Ooh.
So it's just a regular rapier is the one that's the 25 gold?
Yeah.
Well, if I already have a... good sir! Or not... Oh, shit, I did not pay attention to the description of this person.
It's just a human... Yeah, it's a human male blacksmith.
Oh, he's a sir.
Good sir!
Yeah, what do you want?
Say one already has a rapier, and she shows him her sword, her rapier. Could this just be enchanted instead of, like, do I need to buy a whole new one, or?
He looks at your weapon. He kind of sighs, and then he looks around as if he's looking for somebody. And then he, Pike, come here. And you see a young man. He kind of stumbles out of a nearby tent. He's wearing like robes, and you kind of get the feel like there's magic around him a little bit. But just he looks a little young. And he comes up going, talk. And Pike, this kind of like freckle-faced young man, comes up going, "Oh, do you need me to enchant something? I love enchanting things. How can I help you today?"
I wanted...
Shiny.
I know, yeah, this is kind of cute, isn't he? I just wanted to, my rapier need to be made into a magical weapon if possible.
Oh, well, let me take a look at it really quick.
Pulls it out. Maybe like a little too fast.
Whoa. He takes it, he looks it over, and he goes, "Well, yeah, there's a few things I can do to it. I can do certain spells, kind of like cantrips. It kind of depends on what you'd want done to it. If you just want like a cantrip on it to make it just do like a basic cantrip once a day.
I was more think about like... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, and he kind of like fumbles with the blade a little bit, cuts himself.
Well, be careful.
You see the blacksmith roll his eyes, rolls his eye, and go back to pounding on the piece of metal he's got. Well, I specialize in putting certain spells on swords, and that makes them magic. But it really would depend on which spell it is, and that would be the cost. And then and then the cost is how many charges you want of that spell. But you have to be careful because if you do the wrong thing with the sword or it breaks or something like that, the spell can go bad.
So, you can do only cantrips? You can only do cantrips?
Well, no, I can do up to a level 3 spell. That changes the price. A cantrip would be 30 gold, Level 1 or 2 would be 180, and a level 3 would be 800.
Oh, nothing that expensive. And I'm not even sure what spell I would like. I was more leaning of trying to make it like a +1 or a +2 weapon.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want me to prove it, hold on, I've got a script for this. Hold on, and he goes searching through his robes for like little like flashcards.
Just imagine like loose pieces of parchment falling out of his pockets, like spell components. Just a flurry of a man.
Well, if you just want me to make it a +1, which just makes it, a little bit more hardy and that kind of thing, that would be 250.
Oh. Well, what do you guys think? I could do a spell, or make it a +1 weapon, which would be 250.
I think that, considering that we would not necessarily know what spell to use, I would almost just say spend the money to make it a +1 magical weapon. It does not have to do anything special. It just needs to hit and be able to count as a magical weapon in case there are any enemies that only take damage from magical things.
As you guys are talking, Pike picks up like the whip, and like just as soon as he picks it up, it kind of like lights on fire.
Oh
kinda
dear!
Like, drops it. Pike, stop touching my stuff.
Oh dear!
Sorry.
Yeah, I think just a +1 rapier would be great.
Okay. That it takes me a little bit. So, if you're okay, with your weapon here, with the money, I'll work on it. And are you guys staying the night? I prefer to do it this tomorrow morning, if that's okay. I can have it to you then. It's not the fastest incantation, and I have to work on it a little bit. And he's looking through his notes again.
Yeah, so just overnight. You guys, anybody like vehemently opposed?
No. I want to know how much the fire whip is.
Oh goodness. I don't think the whip is technically supposed to be on fire.
But if it
makes
fire...
You see that the leather's kind of...
Oh, never mind. Yes, no, I think it is fine. We can protect Easy if need to be.
She has her other weapons.
He pulls like up a little parchment, and he goes, and he looks over quickly. We at Pike and Perry guarantee satisfaction or your money back, as long as you are within range of 1 tributary and a day's ride if needed. We are not held liable for weapons that are not picked up in a timely manner, nor are we held liable for any wild magic surges that may happen upon use of our weapons and or unuse of our weapons. Thank you. Yeah.
And or unuse of our weapons. That's fun.
You see Perry rolls his eyes. Perry's the blacksmith.
Oh.
Goodness.
Okay.
Alright, so what other shops are there? I know you said that there were there was.
So are you guys leaving the weapon with him?
Yeah. And it was
yes,
250 gold.
Yep, 250. That's a steal, I think. Not
it's something.
Maybe if you.
No. Yes. No. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. He takes your rapier.
I don't know what the market value is.
I would just like.
You see a puff of like purple smoke.
A little.
Come out of the tent after.
A little. Wait.
Awesome.
Wait. It was my grandmother's rapier, so if you could just be delicate and. I would like to.
Right. I think I have a card for that. Hold on.
Oh God.
No, it's fine.
Now I just think of this like grandma halfling, just
well, she
with
needed
a rapier.
She wanted to study something that would keep her mind sharp in her older years.
Sharp.
That'll keep it sharp.
That was
She was a
clever.
tight grandma.
Yeah.
So you give your sword over to Pike, and he promises to have it enchanted by the next morning. And is there anything?
I'd say, what other shops were there again? Yeah.
There was
I know you said there's like
veggies.
Yeah. Flowers,
Veggies, meats, adventuring materials. There's a books, weapons, armors, potions, elixirs, instruments, leather work.
Oh my god, I want to see if there's anything at the jewels thing.
Just so everybody knows, we have 250 party gold left.
Okay.
So.
Okay, good to know.
And I'm not buying anything else because I cut such
like
a much.
Protection amulet or something. It's very specific, but.
For?
I don't know. Like if there's a piece of jewelry I could wear that protect in some way.
Oh. When you go and look at the jewels, there's like jewelry and like gems.
Just pretty sparkly things.
Yeah.
Oh, just pretty. Never mind.
If you wanted something for a boost in stats, we might go to the tent for magical items.
Let's check that.
Okay.
Not that I'm like in dire need, but.
You do. You head over. You float over to this kind of dark wood boat that's kind of shaped in this kind of elongated form. It's got different kind of symbols written and carved into the wood. There is a tiefling woman sitting there among some different items that are in different cases or in like their own little magical orbs.
Cool.
And she motions you over, and she does have some options for stuff available. She says, "Welcome, travelers. How can I help you today? I have only so many things, for carrying so many magical items in one day is quite dangerous. Stock changes from day to day. Would you like to know what I have available at the moment?"
Yes, please.
She motions over. There is on a little silk pillow, there is a ring that she says, "This is the ring of tracking. Much like my other merchants and I, we enjoy these when we need to keep track of things that might wander off. If you put this ring on, and it's put that ring on, you'll know where it's gone, should you be looking for it again."
But you only have one?
No, she says when you put it on,
that's when it appears. Oh, okay, I didn't know if it was like if you find the other one somewhere else.
Oh, sorry, I read that. I'm mixing it with the other thing she has. Sorry, I'm mixing it with the other thing she has. Sorry. It's a simple ring. When attuned to a user, the user knows the location of the ring at all times. So, attuned to you, you can put it on or in something, and you'll know where the ring is at all times.
So, like, if you wore it enough and then gave it to, like, a significant other, you could basically track them.
Or you put it on the dog and have the dog.
You gave your girlfriend a tracking device.
Yeah.
That was not my intention.
And then she motions over to a scroll that is glowing. It's two scrolls that are actually sitting among each other that are glowing. These are paired scrolls. As long as the scrolls are on the same plane, whatever is written on one scroll appears on the other. Each scrolls can transmit up to 2 sentences before becoming inactive for 24 hours. After 24 hours, anything written on the scrolls will fade.
The 2 sentences, if you go over it, like basically locks itself for 24 hours. Does it count run-on sentences?
I do believe this was made by an English scholar, so
the worst.
Suggested. It might get a little testy.
The dread order of English scholars.
Run-on sentences.
I made a joke to my.
She then.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna tell a story if you let me go. So somebody should stop me.
Okay. She then
You can tell us
points
later.
to a candle that is made of this deep blue wax, and even the flame seems to glow this greenish blue color. She says, "This is the candle of the deep. It can be lit and taken even go out, and shows light within a space." And then she points to a wand that is gold and red, and on top is a smiley face. And she says, "This is the wand of smiles. When used on a user, it causes them to smile, as long as they, are wise enough to, unless they are wise enough to resist its alluring call to joy. But do be careful, after so many uses, the wand tends to get a little irked."
Irked in what way?
Well, if you know anything about the Wand of Smiles, if you've used it too many times, which I believe is 10, it turns into the Wand of Frowns.
Oh.
The wand of grumpy people.
Yeah.
Noted.
Interesting.
And then she points, and the last item I have is the pole of angling, and it just looks like a 10-foot pole. And she says, when
you can catch fish with this.
Basically,
Yeah.
it turns into the fishing pole when used. Let me get the exact wording for you. Hold on. Of course, it can. It always. In this 10-foot pole, you can speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, line, and a reel. Speaking the command word again changes the fishing pole back into a normal 10-foot pole.
You get to. You get to pick the command word.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I can only imagine the stupid things people would say.
Oh yeah, I bet. Okay. Is this everything she has?
Yes, I can only travel with so many at a time.
Okay, so I'm not gonna speak in my accent because I want to actually talk it through with you guys. Of the things in there, from what I heard, the things that could possibly be handy at some levels would be either the ring or the parchment.
That's what I was
thinking. Only if we get separated, or
or at least
if we get separated.
Groups of two, where one of us is gone and then two of us are together, because it won't work if we're all separate.
Yeah, exactly. Which of those would be more helpful? Maybe just the ring? I mean, I don't know. Also, I don't know how much they cost. So
maybe ask that, and then we can decide. Because I'm kind of leaning towards the parchment.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
The paired scrolls are 100 gold.
Okay. And the rings?
The ring of tracking is 50.
Oh. Okay, ladies, what do we think? Interest in any of these things?
I personally think that we don't need a candle of the deep.
Yeah, that one, no.
Thanks for the input, Izzy.
Sorry. I was just trying to say things, I guess.
Izzy, do you think we would need maybe this ring or this parchment?
They both just send messages, right?
One helps you track another person.
That's creepy.
One helps you send messages.
I like the message one.
Separated.
When I was thinking about like a possible spell to put on the sword before we ended on the just adding the +1, I was thinking maybe like message would be good. In case we do get broken up. But if one of those could just do that too, like 2 birds with 1 stone.
Question, can you remind me? So you write 2 sentences, and then
as long
what
as the scrolls are on the same plane, which means you can't talk between here and the Feywild or whatever. Whatever is written on one scroll appears on the other. Each scroll can transmit up to 2 sentences, becoming inactive for 24 hours. After 24 hours, anything written on the scroll fades, and you can use it again.
Okay, so we could literally only write 2 messages. Like, and by that I mean 2 sentences. For 24 hours.
Well,
do you think that would be handy?
How much is it?
100 gold.
Yeah.
The rings are 50.
Oh,
one ring.
But both of
but
us.
I thought that the other one. Oh wait, no, that's right. It's only 1 ring. So someone has to wear it.
You attune to it, and then you can put it on something to track it.
I think the rings would be better then.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
I think both would be convenient, but it just depends on should be used more.
Yeah, that's the question.
Is there a possibility that she has 2 rings?
She goes over and like the little plinth that like the pillow is standing up has a little drawer, and she kind of tries to block it, and she kind of fights with it, and then she opens it, and you hear jangling and she's like, "Oh, you're in luck. I happen to have 2 more, so I have 3 altogether."
I think
because my thought is if one person attuned both rings,
I think that
the other 2 could each have a ring. That way, in case we all got separated, one person could track
very
both
interested in buying 3 of these rings, but we don't want to pay more than 100 for all 3. I feel like you, as a businesswoman, could definitely make that deal work.
Her eyes narrow a little bit. Give me a persuasion check. Or a persuasion, check.
And I'm going to give her a help action for that. Because...
The 15. I don't know what help gets me. Do I get to re-roll it?
I think it's just advantage, so you can roll again, see if you get better.
20!
Oh! Yes.
If I were a rich halfling.
She knows about haggling as well.
She looks you over and then she says... And then she notices the chicken. Give me 2 eggs, and I'll let you go for 100.
Mina.
The good news is we have 2 eggs exactly.
Perfect.
And I hand over the eggs.
And I take the 3 ring, or toss her the 100 gold and take the 3 rings.
Nice.
She takes takes the eggs, and gives you the 3 rings. So if you each wear it long enough and attune to it, then and you'll know where they are. Awesome. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could attune it and then each pass it to another person, or you could attach it to something that you were trying to find or keep track of or something like that.
It's like a tile, but a ring.
Yeah, basically.
You push the gemstone in it, and like the keys to the boat start singing.
It sings. Yeah, it sings.
Okay, awesome. Yay, we have rings.
Oh. Is there to add, or do we just remember that we have these rings of tracking?
You can't. I think that technically the rings of tracking are a homebrew thing. Not gonna be in your tracking.
I'm gonna add it in my stuff.
But you can write it in.
I'm gonna write it in.
You can write it in ring of tracking.
All day long, I'd biddy biddy bum. That's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Oh gosh.
If I were a wealthy man, I'd never have to work hard.
Okay, stop it. God literally says no.
That's fair. You know me well enough that if you don't stop me, I will not quit on my own. I do not have that kind of regulation.
The tiefling woman bids you farewell and thanks you for your
Thank you.
Then begins to look up recipes for eggs.
Ooh! Just a suggestion: if you are planning on cooking with them, get yourself some really good broth and noodles. And then I've heard that if you boil the egg and then forget to put it in there, it tastes amazing, regardless.
What?
You're mean. You're mean, and only you and I know that. That's not fair.
I don't get it.
Yeah, because neither of you two were here. You're mean.
Something Leah did.
I've been trying to convince my students.
This isn't for anybody who else is listening. I got ramen and I asked for an extra egg and they didn't give me my extra egg and I was really pissed off and I was telling her about it.
Oh.
And she was like, why would you put eggs in it? And I'm like, they're hard boiled. Or no, I said they just give you another half egg and she goes, how do you put a half an egg in it? And I said, they're hard boiled. Yeah. And she goes, oh.
I've been trying to convince my students all year that I'm a mean person. And when they're like, Miss Erickson, you're kind of mean. I'm like, I've been telling you that this entire time.
It's like, no.
I've not pretended to be anything else.
Oh my gosh,
the tiefling flips you off, and
it's fair.
Fee genuinely says, and talks to the woman and says, and gives her basically the recipe for a Scotch egg.
Ooh.
Those are very good ways to use eggs.
Okay. Is there anywhere else you wanted to go?
Yeah.
Or look around?
I'd like to know why I'm actively trying to piss off God. I don't know where.
There's that a lot sometimes.
Yeah. We all make mistakes.
Meanwhile, back in the city, Peter dies for no reason.
Oh my God.
Look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Consequences.
I'll be a very, very good
will
girl.
incur my wrath.
From now on, I won't make any shitty jokes. That's all they really are in the end.
Ramen egg. That's it. All it took was one ramen egg reference, and that was it. Oh, that's funny.
You see that the sun is starting to set, and it is starting to get darker here. But there are a lot of lanterns around, and campfires are being set.
Hey.
And you do see that the shops are kind of doing like a last call thing before they start to close up for the night.
Do you guys want to in my head, I kind of want to go. We could go dancing, see if there's a party barge before we go to bed.
We could go to the bookstore and.
Oh yeah, I forgot about reading.
About this dude's.
I forgot about reading.
About this guy's god. I forgot the name already. The god of mischief.
Oh, Erevan?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could see if there's any books on him, because all I have is a pamphlet.
You do float over. We all float here. You do float over to this boat that has these custom-built shelves, built into just about every nook and cranny of it. And there is a very handsome-looking elf working on this boat, and he is flipping through one of the books he owns. He's got a pair of pince-nez on the tip of his nose as he's looking over one of the books he holds in his hand. What was that?
I'm singing the song softly to myself.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. You have a problem.
I fixate. It's an issue. At least mine are over musicals. Could be worse.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
As I've classically said before, at least it's not cocaine.
That's I think we can.
The elf looks up as you near and looks interested.
Okay. I'm assuming that I'm with my friends, so I'll speak in common. Hello, I was wondering if you have book about this person. Thank you, and I hand him the pamphlet.
Sure. He looks over the pamphlet and kind of chuckles to himself because he can read what's on it. And he nods. And he says, "Yes, I have various tomes about the gods and their power. Hold on one moment." And he glides over to a shelf and he looks through some of basically what would be lore books. And he pulls out one that is green and gold, with a with kind of like a fox a chameleon emblazoned on the front. And he brings it over and he offers it to you. That will be 10 gold.
I will pay this my money. Here you, thank you. And give him 10 gold.
Did they sell spell scrolls here?
That's a good question.
Yeah, he would have spell scrolls.
If you have a spell scroll, anybody can cast the spell that's on it, right?
I believe so, unless it requires something like a item. Oh wait, no, the spell scroll would have it imbued in the spell. It would depend on the spell and how much it would cost. That's what I was looking for. Why can't I think of what I was looking for?
It says here the general rule is that anyone can read a scroll and attempt to activate it.
Oh. Attempt. Battle chestnut.
Well, because counter spell can still affect a spell scroll.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking we could see if we could find scroll message. Or something like that.
What?
I was saying we could see about finding a scroll of message, maybe.
Oh, I don't even know what that is, but that sounds nice.
So, message is a spell that lets you send. Oh, I can't remember how many words. A couple of words to a willing party member to hear, or not even a willing, a party member or something to hear it. Be the person is. We are in the fucking dungeon. That type of stuff.
Yeah. Does he have one of those?
You see the elf looks over some of he's got this stand-up box that's kind of tall, and you see round scrolls standing up lengthwise within, and he's kind of flipping. And he says, yes, message. Yes, I do have this one. Is you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. The spell doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners or through openings. It is a cantrip.
I thought it was
which means
through shit. Maybe that's something else. Maybe that's sending.
Yeah, you might be thinking of sending.
Sending's to big boy.
Does he have that?
Third level.
If I get a little loud, just yell at me. I'm making lunch for tomorrow.
Okay.
He looks through his spell scrolls. You figure he does have these communication ones, especially since these are merchants and that they move on the river a lot. So, yes, he says, yes, I do have this one. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
Ooh.
So that's a cool one.
Yeah. How much is this one?
That one would be... Uncommon.
Carry the 5.
Uncommon. Would be 150 gold.
Oh, we can swing that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that that's a worthy investment, or should we like maybe wait until we get another payday?
Okay, how much do we have in? How much does everybody have gold-wise right now? I have 104.
Well, yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, so I have 100 and I was thinking party gold wise. So party gold. Well, we spent that 100 for the ring, so we have 150 in party gold left.
Okay.
And I have 138 myself.
I have 118.
How much? 118 or so. Okay, so we all have over 100 otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
If we spent, yeah. I mean, it's up. I'm gonna say it's up to you guys because I don't know.
I feel like this is one of those things that like we'll either be really grateful that we got it if we need it, or we'll be like, man, we haven't used this item. Like
we should forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we do get it and we just haven't used it or anything like that, we can always try and like sell it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right. We can each learn it, right?
It's starting to sound like God needs to separate you guys more often.
No.
No.
Let me hang out with my friends, Mom.
So the scroll isn't that you can learn from the scroll. No. It's that you use the scroll to disappears.
Oh. Mm-hmm. The scroll. Hold on. Wait. What? The scroll disappears if you cast it once?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because that's the point. You don't have it. It's not learning it. It's like a free use of the spell. It doesn't use a spell slot, and people who can't learn it can use it.
Yeah. Although can't some...
it's very possible.
Wizards are ones that can learn spells?
You learn it?
That's what I'm trying to look up, but my computer's being a
I think bards can learn it.
I'm not a bard, I'm a druid.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, it's bard, cleric, and wizard. Never mind, I was thinking of the other one.
Wizard's the other one. I know wizards can learn them.
None of us.
The elf starts going back to his book and flipping through pages reading.
That's fair. We're deciding, so I can't really blame that.
I'll leave it up to you guys. I don't know.
I kind of think maybe we should just like wait this one out. Like,
yeah, if anything, we can go in search of it in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was more than a one-time use item, I'd be like, yeah, sure. If it's literally a one-time
episode,
use,
the three of them are split apart in a hurricane.
Motherfucker!
I'm just kidding.
We have our rings. We have our
rings. Trucker that hit like a biscuit.
Okay.
Okay, so the elf is like, well, reading's not for everyone. And he goes back to his book.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. Glad somebody else believes in the cause, brother. I have my hand up for a high five.
He literally just keeps flipping through his book.
That's fair.
So the night is starting to darken even further. A lot of the shops have started to close. And as it starts to close, you start hearing music in a few different places. But you do see a crowd kind of forming at a specific place. With a lot of light and what looks to be a crowd focused on a singular person. But from where you are, it's kind of hard to see them. But it seems like somebody's doing a very good job keeping attention.
I bet you.
Shall we go see?
I bet you 10 gold. It's Tyrion.
I'm not betting you any money. You gamble too much.
Well, you want me to bet. You don't want me to bet. I try to make bets with people who I feel like won't kill us in the night. You. And I can't do that either.
Just keep your money.
Fine.
Goodness.
So you guys make your way over to at least something that looks a little bit interesting. And you see a crowd is around a singular person who's dancing in front of a boat that is laden with silks and cloths. And like bolts of cloth that look like they're not from around here. And they look very exotic compared to what you're used to. And when you are able to see past people, you see a single dancer, an older woman, but she's still beautiful and quite youthful. Her age seems to be mostly in her eyes. And there's somebody playing a fiddle nearby for her. And as she dances, her hair changes color, and her skin changes color from dark to light. Her eyes even glint in different hues as she twirls around and dances for the audience. A small bucket near her feet where people are throwing coins.
A changeling.
I thought y'all
Fee is immediately interested.
Common. This seems like this. I mean, I'm gonna just actually keep my mouth shut.
There are some that are less willing to flaunt and show off for fear of people looking at us strangely.
Yeah, people are dicks.
You do see that the crowd is not just shoppers. There are some of like the shop owners, like Perry and Pike are there as well, and they they're clapping along with the audience. So you do see some of the people who look like they're part of the traveling bazaar. They're there to watch the show as well and enjoy her dance.
Do you want to stay and watch?
I am going to.
Be nice.
Fee kind of starts to like walk around the edge so she can get a little bit closer.
Yeah, so she dances and collects tips. She will pull, like once in a while, she'll pull somebody else in from the circle to dance with her, having fun, like children and then even to men and women, and then she's very graceful and pretty, and again her changes are like fluid, like she goes along with the music. And her hair will be one length the next minute, and her eyes will be a different color. She's not hiding it at all, what she is. And when the dance starts to slow down and come to a close, you see all of the color fade, and she stands in her albino form, which is the changeling's original form, which is complete white, with white eyes and white hair. And the only thing that remains, even in her changes, is a scar along her temple.
She looks like a...
And the people clap, and she has money thrown in the bucket, and she thanks them and collects some things, letting them know that she will be here all night.
She looks like a star in humanoid form when she's in that albino state.
That is the normal state for all changelings.
That's so much.
It is very cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's so much more better than the cost. Well, I like it.
She says, "Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a good night. If you require anything or would like any of my silks or anything, I'll be awake most of the night as usual."
Fee is going to walk over. And she is going to give a little wave and say, "Hello. I wanted to say how much I enjoyed your performance. It was absolutely beautiful. And it's very nice to see you being your honest self."
And then she's going to let her hair change from blue to white.
You see she brightens considerably. "Oh, wonderful! Oh, it's so good to meet you!" She rushes forward and she just hugs you. She says, "It's been so long since I've seen another changeling. Hello. I'm so sorry. I'm being so rude. My name is Rit. R-I-T. That's her name."
It is very nice to meet you. I am Fee, and I have been traveling with my friends here.
Kind of standing off to the side, just do like a little wave when she mentions us. Or me.
"Oh, it's are you like us as well, or
unfortunately, not quite as interesting. Just a halfling."
halflings are just as interesting. So nimble and graceful, and so creative. I've met many halflings. I've enjoyed the company of many people. Well, when I can remember their names.
I know that feeling.
She motions you over to her a little fire as the crowd kind of thins out a little bit, and she asks one of the men to bring her over a tankard from the ale maker cart that follows them along the river, and he brings over ale for you three, and she motions for you to join her by the fire. Now I must ask, what brings a changeling down here? I mean, I know why I'm here, but why is a traveler like you here?
Well, I was traveling with my caravan, and we were in the capital. And you heard about what happened in the capital, yes?
Only bits and pieces. We don't get like the capital news out here or anything. We travel a lot, so we've been making our way back up the river. So I guess we'll know soon enough exactly what happened. We also try and stay out of politics, as you know.
Oh, I completely understand. Yes, of course.
Yes, it does tend to cause problems.
Many problems, yes. Well, basically, we were traveling. My family and I were traveling, and then there was a whole interesting slew of events, and then I decided to travel on my own with friends and get to see the world on my own for the first time. So I broke away from my caravan and began to travel on my own.
Oh, that is fantastic. And I'm so glad that you had the choice. Something similar happened to me. And you see that Rit gets this kind of faraway look. You see, you see her hand go up to the scar that's on her temple and kind of like idly rub her finger against it. I remember a boat, and a storm, and others, I believe, and then I remember myself in the beach. Don't remember much beyond that. So it's wonderful to know that there's others here.
So were you
That was a long time ago, though. So
were you traveling with your caravan?
I'm not sure. I remember a boat on the ocean. We've been to the ocean once in a while. The bazaar doesn't go too close because we go between the river and then we go back up towards the mountain and then back down to the river and back down to the lake. We don't go to the ocean too much. But I have seen it once. I think I've seen it once. Yes, I'm pretty sure I did. But I remember there were others like me, but I haven't seen them since. But I was brought up here among the people of the bazaar, and I travel with them, and well, they make me very happy. So I didn't quite see too many reasons to wander away, because well, the last time I was alone, I seem to have wandered out of my memories. But that's a sad tale. Don't want to speak more of that. It's good to know that there are other like me here. Tell me, does your caravan have many of us?
There are a few. There is my mama and my papa, and then my grandma, and then my little brother. But then we also have others in the caravan that some are changelings and some are just people who have decided that they want to see the world and take on the nomadic lifestyle. So we had some that were not changelings like us, but my immediate family, yes.
Fee, do you know
That's wonderful. Yes.
Fee, was anybody missing from your caravan?
Not that I've ever known. I mean, we've we've come across other caravans of changelings over my lifetime, but nothing. We've never had anyone, as far as I am aware, go missing. But the caravan was traveling for years before I was born, so it might just be some things that never came up. But I would assume after so many years that if it had happened that it would come up, but I don't know for sure. I would have to talk to Papa.
Might be worth noting if we ever see them, or when we see them
Yeah,
again.
it is true.
She looks between you two. She goes, "Well, I don't have much from my original caravan. Again, it was a small boat. I think it was a small, or was it a piece of the boat? I'm not sure. But I do have, of course, I'm a changeling, so I have my plat. And she pulls out like from under her shirt a little like locket looking thing, and she opens it up, and in it is like a little braid, a little white braid. And she says, "Well, you know, all changelings are supposed to have them." And they, you know, and she picks it up, and as she's holding it, her hair changes color to like a blue, and the plait in her hand also changes color. She says it only changes for the one that it came from. It's cut from baby changelings the first time they change from, you know, the white form. And so we keep it with us, you know, to remind us. And yeah, they, you know, everyone should have one, and if they don't, usually their parents hold it, but usually all adults have it when they're mature. And she put hers away. And God's gonna take control a little bit. Fee, you do not have one. In fact, the only thing you can ever remember is basically like marshmallow being in your hair a lot.
Huh. So, what is happen if you not have one of those? Because I just assume that Fee must have. He has one, yes?
Oh.
Oh.
I've
Maybe.
never had
Fee
one.
and
Well,
Not even
Fee
on
and
your
you-
caravan?
You remember your brother also did not have one.
My
In fact,
parents.
this is kind of the first time you've ever heard of it.
I've never heard of the tradition of the plat. And my brother does not have one.
maybe my parents don't trust me with like important things, and they keep them all locked in the safe. Maybe yours and your brothers are just locked away in your parents' safe.
Our caravan is not that big. I can't imagine that there would be many hiding places, but it is possible, I guess.
Like a secret
You
cupboard,
think
false
It
bottom.
also might might just be that maybe our caravan just decided not to do that tradition. I've never heard of it before.
could it be like a tradition
Rit
of
looks a little
your
embarrassed.
peoples?
Rit looks a little embarrassed, and she says, it's one of the few memories I have before the storm. But maybe that's true. We came here. It was not a huge boat, but it was pretty big. It had a lot of us on it. But maybe that's a tradition that we only held. I'm not sure. I didn't mean to imply anything. This is it's just something that I remember. Maybe it's different here.
Do not feel embarrassed or anything. It's just learning new things about my culture when I thought I already knew everything. But then again, my parents can be a little forgetful when it comes to telling certain parts of the history because they're so busy worried about like where to take the caravan. So it might just be something that I might have to look into. But I've never remembered. I always had marshmallow in like playing in my hair instead. So I've never really had like braids or
The snake.
anything.
The snake peeks up and he's sitting on top of your head. Oh, he's adorable. He kind of blends in. He can
It's
scare
very
quite a
true.
bit of people.
He has. He very
Oh,
much has.
good. Um, Well, the night is late, but I will be awake for some hours. If you would care to remain here by my fire, I would love to continue to speak with you. And if you have any questions of anything I can remember, I can do my best. I'm older, so I believe I'm supposed to take um, a matronly charge of you. Correct?
I, I don't know. You don't have to.
Oh, okay. I I can't remember quite a bit. I don't believe I had children. It feels like something I might have remembered. But it's been some time. But please feel free to stay with me by the fire. We can talk. We could talk about whatever you'd like. And I have some cozy blankets that I like to sleep under, and it looks like it's going to be a clear night. So we will definitely be able to see the traveler.
Traveler?
She kind of looks. It's another one of those, kind of like when you mentioned you didn't have the plat. She kind of tilts her head. She goes, well, she looks up at the stars, and there's more and more popping out as it gets darker. She says, well, the traveler is the patron of changelings. Um, they are the one that granted us the ability to change shape and disguise ourselves when our ancestor, the mother of the 100, was threatened by darkness. None of the gods would hear her call, and so the traveler came to her, and she said, I will give your children the ability to change and blend in and hide from the dark things that hunt you. And she points up to the stars, and she points to a constellation that she kind of forms with her hands, and it seems to be kind of a cloaked figure. And the traveler is the one who gives us the ability to change and blend in and become something that will keep us safe. Our patron that we always look forward through and thank for our ability to stay safe and always find our kin and thank the mother of the 100.
It is so nice. This is very nice. Fee, we will celebrate with you and look the traveler.
Yes, the traveler.
Could sleep under
the drinks are on me. The caravan, the bazaar. We all share drinks among the brewer. He after he's had a few tastes of his own sample, we tend to take advantage of it a little bit. So if you'd like to have some, he also has some heartier brews. If you'd like to grab some of those too. You do get the feeling that Rit is able to kind of change her like mood pretty quickly. And is a little bit on the flighty side of things, but seems very welcoming as she encourages you to drink.
I think that would be lovely, personally.
Hey.
We could put some blankets down on the deck and lie under the stars and look for the constellations.
Oh, yeah, so... And then she looks up, she goes, oh, you have a much bigger boat than mine. That would be understandable.
You're more than welcome to join if you wanted to. If you felt so inclined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, that would be lovely. And then she gathers up like a huge handful of like cloth and silk that you get the feeling she also just uses as a bed. And she kind of like throws it out and lays it out for all of you. And lays down and starts pointing out the different stars and constellations. These are traveling people that gather a lot of stories as they go. So even though it's obvious Rit has lost a lot of her personal memory, she like is like a sponge for all the stories she's heard. So she tells you like all the stories she knows about Embervale that she's learned, and like all the people traveling with you. And like she tells you about how Pike and Perry are brothers. and how even though they act like they like are at odds, they love each other very much because they lost their parents when they were young, and they've been traveling with the bazaar for a long time. And she tells you about how Tarion will pop in and out. He doesn't like automatically belong to the bazaar. Everybody just thinks he's weird, but they let him stay because he's funny. And she tells you like she remembers like every kind of like special recipe that the brewer has ever made. Even like these weird ones that he's tried out on people, like ones laced with peppers and stuff like that. Like she remembers really odd things and all of these stories. Even though she can't quite remember her own past. It's like she's replaced like a huge chunk of her life that she lost with all that she's gained since the bazaar has kind of like adopted her a long time ago.
She definitely like stays close to Rit so that she can like soak up as much of this as she can, but she's also like internally really kind of confused as to why she has never heard some of these things before. She's asking like a lot of different questions to just find out as much as she possibly can.
Yeah, Rit shares what she can. She tells you about like some of the things that she remembers, like the story of the mother of the 100 and the traveler, and a little bit of like the lore as to why changelings can change, and even though and like some of the rumors even she knows about, not rumors, like stereotypes even she knows about. Like she admits that when she first told the bazaar what she was, they weren't sure because you know, changelings in the past have been expert assassins and spies because of what they can do. But she tells you about like the things that she did to reassure everybody she was there to help and just wanted, you know, a peaceful life. But she says that you know, if changelings, she says, if we don't fall into the stereotypes that people love so much to easily place upon us, because, as they say, stereotypes stick, while the truth likes to slide off. And if we're not, we are known as great entertainers. Famous entertainers have been changelings, and we bring joy because we can change and we can show them what they want to see, we can show them what they don't want to see, and everything in between. And that you know, it goes well, especially if you're doing acting. You can be a whole one-woman show, literally.
That is very handy.
I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
While she's on the boat, she does find the books about Everett the Brave, and there is like an illustration of him, and she's able to change into him while wearing her dress.
It is my favorite hero. I am so excited. Oh, this is amazing.
Like a brave man.
He was very brave and he knew a lot of things. I have memorized these books. They are my favorite.
I think Afram, the elf bookkeeper, I think he has this set. I think he uses that as a doorstop.
Can't say I blame him. I thought about using it for firewood.
Oh my god. Because Everett Brave, he is so strong, man, that when you use book for doorstop, no one can make door close. You see? Because he's strong.
That sounds about right.
That's cute.
So the night kind of goes on a little bit further. You see the fires and the lights and the lanterns start to kind of glow a little lighter and darken as the night wanes on a little bit. Rit's kind of run out of stories, even though she's still grinning and enjoying company. And she looks to Yuffie and she says, "I'm sorry if I've disturbed you a little bit. Please know that my memories aren't the best. when it comes to myself and my past, so I could be very much wrong on a lot of things. So don't let it disturb you in any way. I'm sure your parents, given what little time we've had together, I'm sure your parents are wonderful people. They seem to have raised a wonderful person, um, and so I'm sure there is a perfectly good explanation as to why our traditions are different. A lot has happened. I'm old. I don't look it, but I am older. So don't worry too much.
Completely understand. It's very perplexing because I thought we I thought we had all of our traditions, but like I said, my parents can be forgetful sometimes, so I will just have to keep it in mind and then speak with them the next time we run into the caravan. So, but thank you for teaching me things that I did not know. It is wonderful to meet another of my kind and to learn more about um, my own history.
You're very welcome, Fee. It was lovely to meet you. And I hope if you speak to your family again, um, I'm sure you will. That's not an if. Send them to the bazaar. I would love to meet them and meet more of my kind. I think maybe I can start to remember some things.
Yes, I will
And
make
like
sure to send them your way.
for the first time, you do see like a tiny bit of sadness, in her eyes, as if she's tried to grasp things and it's too far. She does the thing where she kind of like rubs at the scar on her temple again.
Wish I knew magic.
But she says, but enough about that, and then she like throws a bunch of cloth on top of you three as if to tuck you in. Um, like it's an obnoxious amount, like she's making like human burritos.
Oh, yes, human burrito.
Sets the chicken on top of a wrapped up Mina.
Oh no! I hope Harold will stay here.
Burrito El Polo.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. That's cute. Oh.
But then she sits up and kind of just keeps grinning as she looks up at the stars. Yeah, and you guys, I'm guessing, go to sleep for the night.
Mm-hmm.
I trance because I want to make sure that if Harold tries to run away,
you
I won't have an
you
issue.
have a burrito trance.
A weather eye on that bird.
Yeah. 100%.
Did she
you have a
trance with
burrito
one eye
trance.
open?
What?
I half trance.
Trance with
You
one
have
eye
trance?
open. So it actually takes like 8 hours to trance, but after 4
It's
hours she
technically a
switches
sleep
what
cycle,
she
but
switches what eye is
so
open.
funny. Exactly. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god.
In the morning, you guys do wake up and you are still smothered in silks and cloth. And you hear talking from around. It seems like the bazaar is not open yet, but there seems to be quite a few people awake and talking rather animatedly, as if some news has reached the area.
He is going to get up and
Yeah, what's the buzz?
on.
You get up, and you from a nearby shop owner that she says a messenger has been riding on the road. Like I said, there's a road that follows the Embervale River pretty closely. And a messenger has come by. Basically, he is from the capital, and he has spread word as much as he can to anybody who he can reach that royal edicts have been passed. And the shop owner, shares with you that the edicts are limiting merchant travel near the Obsidian lands because they have received reports that anybody traveling on those roads have been attacked. And that the palace has named 4 new knights of the Purple Flame. So you remember in the crypt were grand and glorious knights that were very powerful, very famous, gave their life to stop the necromancer witch. But 4 new ones have been named, which people around you who even they aren't like really clued in know that's pretty damn fast. The Knights of the Purple Flame did a lot to earn their names and titles. 4 new. It's made people talk, but you get 4 names as they have been passed. You hear Bar Kassar, Nyx Rentier, Nath Travehorn, and Gregor Daneson have been named as the new Knights of the Purple Flame.
Bar Kassar?
Yeah, I'll hold
Yeah, could you type them in the chat?
Yeah.
Notice a name, Nikki?
Yeah, do you know these?
No, I was just trying to write them down.
Daneson?
No!
Yeah.
That rat bastard!
This is Gregor. This is not the same one. But you would know
not the one that you know.
Is it his father?
Is his older brother.
Oh.
Is
it's his older brother.
Do I like his older brother?
You probably wouldn't know his older brother. His older brother was probably like 8 or 9 years older.
All I can tell you is that the younger is a fucking tit. So.
Is he scholar bastard?
Gregor?
Sounds like it might be related, but that's not the name that she gave us.
I don't think Gregor was. I don't think. I know that the younger brother was, but I don't think Gregor. I don't remember.
Of the little you know that the younger brother, the one you knew, was the first of his family to take the scholar test.
Would any of the other names stand out to any of us?
No.
Okay.
They would probably be closer to the capital, which the other 2 were for very long, so you guys would not know these people unless you were in the palace
like
more
regulars
often and around the barracks and stuff like that.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And you do hear that the king has become a little bit paranoid about the safety of his new bride and the coming child. And that there are talks of the wedding coming up.
How quickly is that happening? I can't remember.
You don't get like a date or anything like that, but you do hear that he probably wants to do it soon before stuff might get, real.
Before the baby.
Dangerous. So you hear that the wedding might be soon. But it's basically just rumor right now until the palace says it's happening. There's not much to spread around with that info.
Duly noted.
So you guys kind of get rumor from different people. There's like speculation and jokes about different things. But as you guys are sharing all of this and talks of breakfast get underway, in this little jetty, which is just big enough for a few big ships across, you see a ship turn in with the flags of the Royal Guard at its
Spearing that. Oh god. Okay.
And
that's where we'll end our adventure for now.
The guards
my
are
God.
here.
The guards are here.
They're here.
I've got to get. I've got to go get my
everybody
rape.
for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.
No.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh God.